Hello, Father Fred here again. Last week we were in chapter 26 and we had Isaac and Rebekah. You remember they went into this town of Gerar and she was a beautiful woman. So he had to tell her, "You tell people that I'm your brother." And so she told a little fib so that they would. Well, they had two sons now. They've got one named Esau, and that was the favorite of Isaac. And we have Jacob, and that's the favorite of Rebekah. So Esau is older, and he's supposed to get the family blessing. But as he's coming out of the womb, his brother, as Esau is coming out, Jacob grabs him by the heel. That has a significance to it because Jacob is going to rob Esau of everything that he has, his family blessing and all. And so we're going to have something that you're not going to expect. But in the Bible, you can expect the unexpected. So let's just go now to chapter 27, and we're at verse 1. So open your Bibles, and we'll go together. Verse 1 says this. The title of this is Jacob's Deception. He's going to be the leader. He's going to be the favorite one, but he's certainly not a perfect person. If you're in a Sunday school class, you're going to try to find out what's wrong with Esau for Jacob to get to have all of this, the blessings and all. But for the scholars, what they're saying is no, Jacob was just a deceiver. So let's see how he deceived his brother Esau and his dad in collusion with his mama. So verse 1 says, when Isaac was so old that his eyesight had failed him, he called his older son Esau, that's the one he likes, and he said to him, "My son," and the son answers, "Here I am." Now that's a common term that's used whenever God calls on people to do something, and God calls them and they say, "Here I am." And so he is respecting his father here, I think, with this phrase. "Here I am," he replied. Isaac then said, "Now I have grown old, and I do not know when I might die." He can see it coming. Verse 3, so now take your hunting gear. Remember, he's a hunter. He's a hunter. Take your hunting gear, your quiver and bow, and go out into the open country to hunt some game for me. He wants to have he's going to get him his blessing, and whenever there is a covenant made or a blessing made, there's always a meal that is celebrated with it. Verse 4, then prepare for me a dish in the way I like, and bring it to me to eat, so that I may bless you before I die. So that I can eat, and then that will help to complete this blessing. Well, now here's Rebekah. That's the one. Her favorite son is not Esau. Rebekah said to her son Jacob, she was listening, "Listen, I heard your father tell your brother Esau, bring me some game and prepare a dish for me to eat, that I may bless you with the Lord's approval before I die." And here's what she says. "Now, my son, obey me what I am about to order you." This is Mama getting involved, and she is going to be the main deceptor in this. Verse 9, go to the flock and get me 2 choice young goats, so that with these I might prepare a dish for your father in the way he likes. He must be going to eat a big dish, 2 goats. You wonder, why would you need 2 goats for one guy that's dying? Verse 10, then bring it to your father to eat, that he may bless you before he dies. Yeah, you've got to eat before you can bless him. Verse 11, but Jacob said to his mother Rebekah, "But my brother Esau is a hairy man." Remember, he was born very hairy and red. "And I am smooth skinned." So I can't deceive my father. His eyesight's gone, but he's going to reach out and touch me. Verse 12, suppose my father feels me. He will think I am making fun of him, and I will bring on myself a curse instead of a blessing. Verse 13, his mother, however, replied, "Let any curse that comes against you, my son, fall on me." Just obey me. You do what I tell you. I'm looking out for your good. Go and get me the young goats. Verse 14, so Jacob went out and got them and brought them to his mother, and she prepared a dish in the way his father liked. Now he's going to be thinking this is Esau preparing this. This is the whole plan. Verse 15, Rebekah then took the best clothes of her older son Esau. Now, evidently, pretty soon we're going to find out that daddy can even smell his clothes. He knows if he's been out there in the wild. We're going to do that again, 15. Rebekah then took the best clothes of her older son Esau that she had in the house and gave them to her younger son Jacob to wear. So now he's going to have on Esau's clothes so he'll smell right. Verse 16. And with the goat skin she covered up his hands and the hairiest part of his neck with goat skin. Esau must have been like a werewolf to have that much hair. Verse 17. Then she gave her son Jacob the dish and the bread that she had prepared. And verse 18 says, going to his father, Jacob said, Father? Yes, responded Isaac. Which of my sons are you? Now he's trying to recognize the voice because they have different sounding voices. Jacob answered his father, I am Esau, your firstborn. I did as you told me. Please sit up and eat some of my game so that you may bless me. He's going to be tricking him. Verse 20. But Isaac said to his son, how did you get it so quickly, my son? He just left the house. He answered, the Lord your God directed me. Boy, this is deceit in purple. He's saying God directed me to do this. Verse 22. So Jacob moved closer to his father, and when Isaac fell to him, he said, although the voice is Jacob's, it sounds like you're Jacob, but you got the hands of Esau. He feels those goat skins. Verse 23. He failed to identify him because his hands were hairy, like those of his brother Esau. So he blessed him. Verse 24. Again Isaac said, are you really my son Esau? He's still wondering because that voice has really got him wondering. Verse 24 again says, again Isaac said, are you really my son Esau? And Jacob said, I am, just like he's answering God. Then Isaac said, serve me, my son, and let me eat of the game so that I may bless you. That's just part of it. Let me eat this because then I can bless you. And Jacob served it to him, and Isaac ate and brought him wine, and he drank. Finally, his father Isaac said to him, come closer, my son, and kiss me. As Jacob went up to kiss him, Isaac smelled the fragrance of his clothes, and with that he blessed him. He's sure now because he smells the clothes. Ah, the fragrance of my son is like the fragrance of a field that the Lord has blessed. May God give you, and this is a neat expression here, give you the dew of the heavens and the fertility of the earth and abundance of grain and wine. The dew of the heavens is what they referred to as rain, and the fertility of the earth so that they will have grain and wine. You will have good crops. Verse 29, may people serve you and nations bow down to you. And here's a neat one. Be master of your brothers, even though you're not the oldest. He doesn't know it. And may your mother's sons bow down to you. Everybody else got to bow down to him because he thinks he's the older one. Cursed be those who curse you, and blessed be those who bless you. That's the blessing that he's got. Now, he's just about to finish. Jacob had scarcely left his father after Isaac had finished blessing him when his brother Esau came back from his hunt. Now here comes Esau, the real Esau. Then he too prepared a dish and bringing it to his father, he said, let my father sit up and eat some of his son's game, that you may give me your blessing. You got to eat this food first. It's a feast. Verse 32. His father Isaac asked him, who are you? He said, I am your son, your firstborn son, Esau. Now you know how that's going to make Isaac feel. Verse 33. Isaac trembled greatly. Who was it then, he asked, that hunted game and brought it to me? I ate it all just as before you came, and I blessed him. Now he is blessed. Poor Esau, he's going to start feeling it. As he heard his father's words, Esau burst out into a loud, bitter sobbing and said, Father, bless me too. Verse 35 says, when Isaac said, your brother came here by a ruse and carried off your blessing, Esau exclaimed, he is well named Jacob. Now Jacob it's a play on words here. Jacob, that word means God will provide. That's an ill way for God to provide. Esau exclaimed, he is well named Jacob, is he not? He has supplanted me twice. First he took away my right of firstborn, and now he has taken away my blessing. Then he said, have you not saved a blessing for me? You just got one, Daddy? And Isaac replied to Esau, I have already appointed him your master. He's your master now. And I have assigned to him all his kindred and his servants. Besides, I have sustained him with grain and wine. What then can I do for you, my son? They just both feel terrible. But Esau said to his father, have you only one blessing? He still wants a blessing. But Esau said to his father, have you only one blessing, Father? Bless me too, Father. And Esau wept aloud. Verse 39, his father Esau said in response, see, far from the fertile earth will be your dwelling. You're not going to have good land where you live. Far from the dew of the heavens above, you're not going to have any rain. And by your sword you will live, and your brother you will serve. You're going to serve him. But when you become restless, you will throw off his yoke from your neck. So sometimes in the future, he's going to get this back. That's referring to this kingdom in the south, which is Jacob's dwelling. He's going to have the Israel. But there's going to come a time that Babylon is going to come in and going to wipe out this kingdom, and Edom is going to participate in it. And Esau and Edom both mean red, and Esau goes to live in Edom. So there's going to come a time when Edom is going to come back and participate in the conquering of the land that they have. Verse 41. Esau bore a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing of his father. I can see that. The father that he had given him. Esau said to him, let the time of mourning for my father come, so that I may kill my brother Jacob. He wants to get rid of him, but he's going to wait until the mourning times. After all the mourning is over, then he will come and kill him. And Israel, as I was saying, Israel will rule Edom under King David, but they will get their control back whenever the Babylonians come, because they will participate with them. Verse 42. When Rebekah got news of what her elder son Esau had in mind, she summoned her younger son Jacob and said to him, listen, your brother Esau intends to get his revenge by killing you. So now, my son, obey me. She's still the chief one. Obey me. Flee at once to my brother Laban in Haran. You remember Laban? That's the brother that's he's going to be somewhat of a shyster. He already is. And stay with him a while until your brother's fury subsides. I doubt that it's going to subside. Now, that's the end of that story. But then that was the J source. That was from the south. Then we're going to have the last two verses are going to be from the priestly source, and it's this. Jacob sent to Laban. Jacob's gone. Rebekah said to Isaac, I am disgusted with life because of the Hittites, because she doesn't want her sons marrying to a Hittite. So they're going to have to get him a wife that's not a Hittite because of the Hittite women. If Jacob also should marry a Hittite woman, a native of the land like those women, why should I live? Now, that was what she said once before. It's been said once before when things got a little tough for the woman. Why should I live? Now, I'm going to read that again just a moment. This is the priestly source, because we're going to take this and go back a chapter to see where this ties in with that other priestly source. Verse 46 says, Rebekah said to Isaac, I am disgusted with life because of the Hittite women. That's why she's disgusted. And she's afraid, well, she doesn't want this other one to marry a Hittite, because that would really mess things up. If Jacob also should marry a Hittite woman, a native of land like these women, why should I live? Now keep that in mind. That is verse 46 in chapter 27. And write this down, or that's the last thing we're going to have. So you might just turn back, if you can remember this, back to chapter 26, right before this one. And it says this, the last two verses. This is the priestly source that's going to tie into that. She's saying, I've lost one son to marry to a Hittite woman. I don't want to lose another one. So when did that happen? Back to 34. Back to chapter 26, verse 34. And we read, when Esau was 40 years old. Now, when you see how old somebody is, that's the priestly source. We have that over and over and over. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite. That's the one that Rebekah does not want Jacob to marry, one woman like that. And Basemath, daughter of Elon the Hivite. And here's the verse that ties this in with that last verse where she said, I've lost one son, I don't want to lose another one. This last verse says, but they became a source of bitterness to Isaac and Rebekah. They were a source of bitterness because Esau has married a Hittite woman, and she's just, oh boy, she is. It won't be worth living if Jacob marries a Hittite woman. So now we're about finished with Isaac. He didn't last long. This is Christmas Eve of the year 2024. See the Christmas tree behind me? We've got some presents under it. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And if you can see my shirt, this is Jesus. And Jesus is saying, Merry Christmas to you. He's decked out and he looks real happy that we're celebrating his birthday. God bless you. Peace be with you, and have a wonderful Christmas.